Aloha, I'm Dr. Val, and I have with me Dr. Mark Willman. He is a doctor of plant science, and he also is my husband.
Today we're going to talk about speak life. 5 to 1. 5 encouragements or reinforcements to 1 suggestion or negative.
That's a good way of putting it. Not necessarily negative, but maybe a suggestion. Could be a criticism. However, using the 5-to-1 rule will set the foundation so that it will be a good experience, a healthy experience. How do we know this? Well, there's been some research by John Gottman at the University of Washington. He is the foremost researcher on couples, and he identified this actually, first of all, in couples and marriages, that if you will focus, as Mark said, on 5 positives and lay the foundation and then take 1 criticism or 1 suggestion and deal with that, that those types of relationships that do the 5-to-1 principle are much healthier than those that do not. However, he also found that in any interaction, family interactions, friendship interactions, anybody, that the 5-to-1 basic principle also applies. So it's a great foundation for setting the tone in your home. These days of coronavirus, we're kind of sheltered in place or we're quarantined together. And so having that 5-to-1 rule in place will set the atmosphere for your home for a healthy interactions. So Mark, why should we use this? Why should we use this 5-to-1 rule?
Well, I like the rule because it gives me a target of which to shoot for in terms of number of encouragements and number of suggestions. And allows me also the opportunity to focus on what good the person is doing more than just saying one thing. Now I need to find at least 5 or more. So it gives me those 2 things, and I like that because I like structure.
That's awesome. Well, along with setting the atmosphere in your homes, I kind of view it as a magnifying glass. You know, whatever it is that we focus on becomes magnified. And so if I take my magnification glass of positives and I bring it over to Mark, then what starts standing out to me is his wonderful attributes and what a great guy he is, rather than the issues that kind of tend to step forward and get in the way of seeing those positives. So use that magnifying glass in order to see one another in a positive way. And then you'll be able to identify 5 positives before you talk about any negatives.
I also look at a person for categories of ways to encourage them or speak life to them. For example, perhaps how they look. And in a single day, Val can, change dress a couple or more times, and so that could give me a couple opportunities to be encouraging each time she dresses, telling her how beautiful she looks. Another category is something that they have done, something they've done for me. And then another category I think about is what they can do. So speaking encouragement about what I think is possible with them.
Couple categories that I use with Mark are just his character. He's a man of integrity, a man of God, and I really respect him. And so I use that character as a category. And then also what he does for me, the things that he does around the help, to help around the house. He's really is a servant. And so if I look for those things again, I will see them and then I can speak them, and it will lay the atmosphere for later communications that may be a little bit more difficult. But boy, the 5-to-1 rule has really helped us.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. So we want to give that to you today we're going through the coronavirus days as a tool that you can pull out and use with your homes, your interactions, your families. Set the foundation and speak life. 5-to-1. Bless you guys. Aloha.